welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be testing out a new foundation by Gucci. It is the Fluide de Beaute. I don't know how to say that, but it is the newest foundation from Gucci. So if you want to see how this product works, then just keep watching. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be testing out this new Gucci foundation. I think it's called the Fluide de Beaute. I don't know how to say it. I bought mine off of Sephora. This is what it actually looks like. I realize my lights are kind of overblowing it, but it is just like a dusty pink neutralish colored lid, and then it's a frosted glass bottle. Retails for $68. I decided since we're testing out something Gucci, I would actually put earrings on because I have a lot of jewelry. I just never wear it. I don't know why. I was gonna put on a designer earring to go with the designer theme, but I didn't want to get them dirty with foundation. Anyways, I'm just on Sephora's website right now. So I got mine in the shade 120N, which is the second to lightest shade. The lightest shade I think is a cool toned, so I did not get it. 110C is the coolest, or is the lightest shade. So I got this one, which is neutral, which I actually lean more on the olive. I actually have an olive undertone, which maybe now with against the black you can see it. A lot of people in comments say that they don't see the olive in me, which I completely understand. Through camera it's really hard to see, and also I'm fair, so seeing it when I'm fair is hard, but when I put it against certain things you can then actually see the yellow olive undertone. But anyways, a lot of times if I go yellow or olive in the foundation, they don't make it light enough, and so then it looks really yellow and like it looks bad on me. So I'm trying to just go neutral with this foundation, so that's why I got the 120N. Let me just read what they say on Sephora. So it says it's supposed to be a natural finish liquid foundation developed for normal combination and oily skin that provides a flawless complexion and can be worn in multiple ways. I did not read that when I bought it. I'm dry. So did not read that it actually is not even developed for my skin type at all. Whoops. It's supposed to be a natural finish, medium coverage. It's designed with the texture that blurs imperfections and makes pores appear less visible. Buildable formula offers controlled coverage. It's supposed to be lightweight, silky foundation, is non-greasy, easy to apply, and creates a visible, unified complexion for wear that is comfortable on the skin all day long. It says that there is a polymer technology in here that provides a transforming texture for effortless application. A soft focused powder technology is supposed to blur the look of imperfections, large pores, and wrinkles. And then glycerin is a moisturizing, I don't know what that word is, that improves skin barrier functions. I don't know what that word is. I'm not even gonna try. It looks like they have 40 shades in total, which isn't bad. So let's just go ahead and shut up and actually start applying it. I have used this for about 5 days. So I do have my opinion on it already. So just as a base, I have my moisturizer on from earlier, and then I just have a hydrating hydrating primer because I am dry. This one is just by Dominique Cosmetics. It's collab with JD Wadey 180. So let's go ahead and apply this. Actually, lately I've been doing my concealer first, so I think I'm gonna do that real quick and then I'll come back and we'll apply the foundation. Okay, now that that's applied and I look funny, just real quick, I did use the Hourglass Vanish concealer if you wanted to know. I just personally have been loving doing concealer first because I feel like it gives it more time to crease for me to then blend it out better. And also I just noticed with me being so fair, I have a really hard time of getting a concealer right. I either have one that's way too light or one that's too dark compared to the foundation. So I've just noticed it's a lot easier for me to blend my foundation into the concealer than the opposite way. So I've been loving doing it this way instead. But anyways, let's go into the foundation now. So we're gonna take a couple of pumps. It is too dark for me. There we go. So it is still too dark for me, but you know, it'll be good enough. I won't have to do it now because this shirt goes up so high, but normally I do blend it down my neck and down the front. But I have this problem with a lot of foundations. They're either too dark when they're supposed to be one of the lightest shades, or, see that? Or they're way too pale and then I look whited out and a ghost. Can't really find a good medium. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm using the June & Co sponge. I personally love this with all foundations. just because it's still the flexibility and the movability, that's not a word. The flexibility, and I just love the movement of sponges better than brushes. But I love these microfiber sponges because they don't take as much product as normal sponges do. Okay, I'm actually out, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I don't like to add too much to my chin, because this is my dry areas. So my dry areas, I add a minimal amount of product, as much as I can get by with, but still having coverage. So that would be like my nose and my chin area. Ugh, definitely should have exfoliated, my bad. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna add some to my neck, because you can still see parts of my neck. So this is three coats. This is 3 pumps, but 1 coat, technically. But the 3 pumps also included doing my neck. Normally, I think I would be perfectly fine with this coverage, and I would just go out. But since we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit more after I get this random stray hair. Where did you come from? So I'm gonna use a little bit more and just place it in some spots that I personally like more coverage. And then we'll blend it out. Oh my gosh, I feel like Jasmine from On the Block. If you have seen that show on Netflix, let me know. I got hooked on that show, and it's so funny because they oftentimes say things in Spanish, so I was constantly having to explain it to my husband, because most of the time there are subtitles, but you know, occasionally when they just want, when it's not actually a sentence and it's somebody making like a snide comment, they're not gonna put subtitles for it, so I had to explain it. God, I'm so hot, my ears are red. Just cover them. Okay, so this is 2 layers with no powder on. So let me go ahead and powder my face real quick, which I'm sure being dry and this not being formulated for dry skin, I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to because I do it with everything. I personally don't like not powdered makeup on myself. I'm touching my face too much and it would get everywhere and it doesn't dry fast enough for me. I'm not patient enough. So anyways, I'm gonna use Maybelline Fit Me in Fair, which I love that I'm using a drugstore powder and a luxury, stupid, expensive foundation. That's my life. All right, I'm gonna get these creases out, gonna powder my face, and then we'll come back. I'll show you, we'll talk. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, we are back, and I just decided to finish my whole makeup because I was like, why am I gonna put powder on and show you it with powder? I could just actually finish my face. So I did go ahead and do that. Really quick, if you're curious, eyeshadow is Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Eyebrows are ABH's Brow Gel. Lip is the L'Oreal Brilliant Signature Shiny Lip Stain in the shade Be Determined. Mascara is a combination. I had the L'Oreal Air Volume, and I don't like how much this clumps together, so I use the Lancome something. It's the vibrating found one. I don't know what it's actually called. There's a video on it on my channel that probably 6 months ago. Really? Probably a couple of months ago. So this one is really good because it vibrates, it helps separate. So that's why I use the 2. Anyways, let's talk about my face. So this is what the foundation looks like. So my nose is really pretty dry right now. I mean, we are in winter, so I'm just naturally pretty dry this time of year. However, I think it actually looks really good around my nose, around the dry spots. Like, the dry spots are there. They're not going away unless I exfoliate, and I didn't. But I think they sit perfectly fine on them. Like, some spots are worse than others, and that's just kind of on me to need to have done something, and I didn't. Oh my god, my nose itches so bad. Should I color my hair? Do you know what's really weird? In person, my hair looks fine. When I watch back or I look up in the actual like viewfinder now, like where this is compared to this, like come on. Sorry. I get that from my dad. He's got it too. I'm gonna color it in. It's bugging me. It doesn't normally bug me, but now that I've pointed it out, I can't unsee it. So just give me a minute. Okay, I had to at least somewhat fill it in. It just looked weird. Anyways, let's talk about the foundation. We've already been talking about that. God, sorry. in between your cut clips, my husband called me, so now I forgot what I was talking about or where I was. But with this foundation, like I said before, I have tried this for about 4 or 5 days now. So I know my opinion, I know how it works, I know how it lasts and stuff like that. So I just want you to see kind of like first application. I have been sitting here for about an hour, just playing with my makeup. So this is what it looks like now. I would consider this medium to full coverage of what's on my face. I don't think it can get full coverage, although I haven't actually tried. I don't think it would because I already put a second layer on and it really didn't do too much. So I do think it is medium to full coverage. For some people, this might be considered full coverage. For someone like me who has red skin underneath, this isn't full coverage. And I don't think it can get there, which they're not claiming to. They're claiming to be medium. But I do think you can get pretty damn close. As far as the foundation itself, I actually really like it. It's not formulated for my skin type, which we found out when I read this earlier. I don't ever read things. I'm like, ooh, a new foundation, check out. I just make sure it's not light coverage. Normally I try, but I don't really read anything else. Anyways, so I think for it not being for dry skin, I think it actually looks really nice. Obviously, like I showed you, like if I get in there, that part doesn't look good, but that is also something that I could easily fix before I even sat down and had my makeup done, because this is just extra dry skin that I could have exfoliated or done something right before I sat down and did my makeup, but I'm too lazy to on today and most days. So I want a foundation that will work for me for most days, and I think to me this isn't bad of my dryness, so I think it's fine. Now, would I purchase this again? Maybe, actually. I might. I was gonna say no. My thought is there's cheaper foundations that could do this, but I actually really like the finish, and I really like how easy it is to apply it and to get the coverage I want. But maybe it's not so full coverage that it's hard to get the cakiness away from here, so I actually really do like that. Would I recommend everyone go out and buy this? No, because of the price point. Not everyone can afford it, and $68 is ridiculous in my opinion. However, I do love that for being $68, it's worth the $68. Like, I think it actually looks really, really pretty. Whereas I know some brands, like, I didn't pay for this, okay? This is the reason I'm gonna point it out, but this is a stick foundation, too dark for me, so I never wear it. And honestly, it's really not that good, and it's $80 some. I didn't buy it, okay? I didn't buy it. It was given to me, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least this, it might be expensive and might be $68, but you're not just paying for the name, whereas some other things, you're just paying for the name. So I do really like that even though it is a designer name and a luxury name, it's actually a good product too. Really, really like that. I actually really like this foundation, even though it's not supposed to be geared towards my skin type. Now, if you have dry skin, because it does say it's not geared towards dry skin, maybe be skeptical and see if you can get a sample from Sephora before actually purchasing it, because my dry skin is literally just my nose and right here on my chin. And so right there on my chin, because I have a bigger full lip, you can't really see it unless I'm going like that, which how often are you doing that throughout the day? So for me, it's really just my nose. So if you have worse dry skin than me, maybe try getting a sample first, just to be on the safe side, since it doesn't actually claim to be for dry skin. But personally, I really like it. So yeah, that is all I have for this video. If there's another foundation you want me to try out, let me know. I miss the foundation launches. I feel like nobody's launching new foundation, and that's one of my favorite things to play with. So if you know of one, let me know and I will potentially try it. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.